new types of investments and asset classes, capital formation, credit, like all these things can get reinvented, made more efficient in the crypto world. And that's ultimately what we're trying to do. We're trying to create more economic freedom in the world and update the financial system.
Well, Jimmy Kimmel was fired because he had bad ratings more than anything else, and he said a horrible thing about a great gentleman known as Charlie Kirk. And Jimmy Kimmel is not a talented person. He had very bad ratings, and they should have fired him a long time ago. So, you can call that free speech or not. He was fired for lack of talent.
Is now escalating his battle against two of them. ABC and NBC fake news, two of the worst and most biased networks in history, give me 97% bad stories. If that's the case, they are simply an arm of the Democrat Party and should, according to many, have their licenses revoked by the FCC. I would be totally in favor of that because they are so biased and untruthful, an actual threat to our democracy.
Sir, you ought to get on TikTok. You'd be great. I said, really? Tell me about TikTok. And we, as you know, we did unbelievably well with youth, like at a level that no Republican has ever even dreamt of. And in what, look, I think we won it for a lot of reasons, but that was a reason we won the election by such a big number, like at a level that no Republican has ever even dreamt of. And in what, look, I think we won it for a lot of reasons, but that was a reason we won the election by such a big number. TikTok has tremendous value. The United States has that value in its hand because we're the ones that have to approve it. I specifically get the right to approve it. The people that are investing it are among the greatest investors in the world, the biggest, the richest, and they'll do a great job. And we're doing it in conjunction with China. But we are getting, the United States is getting a tremendous fee plus. I call it a fee.
Meta shares rising this morning, up about 1% now after the company showcased its new hardware. And the star product were these Meta Ray-Ban displays that I got to demo last night with an in-lens display and a neural wristband, which allows users to pull up messages, take and watch videos, get directions, and ask questions of Meta AI, as well as get the answers or recipes. Glasses and Oakley Vanguards are Meta's most ambitious bet yet on hardware. And Mark Zuckerberg's conviction that glasses are the best way for people to interact with AI.
Welcome to the Cryptoteacher.
Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel.
And I come back with that video just to make you think. And make sure you join the Patrons. If you're not a part of the Patrons, make sure you're hitting the Cash App. Also, go like and follow the TikTok. More videos to come. And we have Brian Armstrong. And what did the headline say? Big crypto versus big banks. Guys, is that true? No, it is not. The big banks were funding crypto from the beginning. The narrative that Bitcoin was supposed to replace the big banks, we all know that's a lie now. Because we see all the big banks using this technology to move forward this new digital economy. And like Brian Armstrong stated, to update the financial system, the beast system. And we know that is biblical. And we have Trump on Jimmy Kimmel. Says he has no talent, should have been fired. Guys, what did the World Economic Forum already tell us? The next step was to focus on free speech. Free speech is not going to be allowed if you want to get paid. We've seen this movie before doing the C word, and we know how they take events like Charlie Kirk, and they're going to ride it. Like all the events, guys, remember, your life is an illusion and TV is your reality, and it is definitely planned out. And Trump and the head of FCC talked about revoking licenses, of course, of NBC and ABC. But remember who owns the media, guys. It's nothing but the Hegelian dialectic. And of course, the people are going to choose a side instead of looking at the truth. And remember, the Cryptoteacher told you. And Trump said he's in charge of this TikTok deal. Guys, remember, TikTok is owned by China. He's not in charge of anything. And if the U.S. takes over TikTok, it's definitely not going to have the same algorithm. And remember the reason why the United States wants to take over TikTok? Because they want to control information. Who got the truth out when it came to the C word? That's right, it was TikTok. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. And don't forget, the eyes and ears are the window to the soul, so be careful what you see and hear. And that's the reason why they're coming with these glasses and these earbuds. Remember, Apple has the technology on these earbuds to read your brain waves, and that means they can read what you're thinking. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. Guys, y'all don't understand how powerful this technology is. And these glasses are definitely going to replace the phones down the road. Either you're going to have a phone or you're going to have a watch. And then we have Microsoft and others with these data centers. And guys, a lot of people's electricity bill is going up. And a lot of those people are in the states where these data centers are. So make sure you're protesting. Don't get mad at the bill and don't say anything. They want to squeeze the consumer. There's always power in numbers. Make sure you're definitely calling, writing letters, and complaining about those electricity bills if you're near a data center, because your bill should be coming down, not going up. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. And we have the battery backups. And don't forget, guys, we're definitely going to have blackouts, especially if you're near these data centers. They're definitely going to be cutting the lights off every now and then, like we see in California. They want us off the grid and off the towers. Remember, they want the machines to take it over. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. And we have Intel gets $5 billion from Nvidia. And those who have been with me for a long time know I love Intel. Has always been debt free. And of course, we have Trump that comes in, gets 10% for the government, and now Nvidia gives $5 billion. And guys, we know it's a plan behind it. And we know it moves in phases. And then we have the Fed rate cuts. And yes, we got a pump today in stocks and cryptos, but we saw those yield rates move on up, so we know it's temporary. And like I told you, 2026 is time to build. Even though we're going to get rate cuts, it's not going to help the markets, because we know earnings are going to start dropping. And if these tariffs stay on, is this going to weigh on the economy and the consumer, which is going to cause layoffs, and it's going to allow these corporations to start bringing in the machines. And remember, the crypto teacher told you, because he knows when it comes to the NWO, it's all planned out. You have a wonderful day.
To see where all this spending is going. This facility in particular, $3.3 billion facility. You just committed to build another one next door to where we are right now for $4 billion. Now, let's just talk about all this spending and where it's going. One thing that we noticed in the last earnings report from you guys was that you guided towards $20 billion in spending this quarter, kind of implying $100 billion in spending for your full fiscal year. Is that what we should expect to see you guys spending on data centers like this over the next 9 or 10 months?
6 months. It is a New Jersey-based company. They make batteries and other storage solutions. One of those is a plug and power all-in-one system. Oh, and by the way, most of their products made right here in America, Turtle Creek, Pennsylvania.
Discharge. So it gives people the flexibility to ensure that they always have power when they need it. So when you think about one of these data centers, you can have fluctuations in power demand up to 50% depending on what they're doing. Our system allows you to meet those fluctuations while the rest of the grid continues to deliver without disruption.
Why do you think Intel is up so much? I mean, what is a statement that you would make about this move? Is it that Intel wasn't as bad as thought? I mean, Nvidia would surely not throw money into a failing company.
I think it's up because it's a validation. Christina talked about it. This is a massive validation. It was up 40%. It's traded off about 13% from that peak. And so I suspect that we're going to get a trade-off. I do believe also that Intel is almost becoming almost this meme stock. And as was Christina kind of talked about the impact and what's driving this and what was really below the surface, I think the substance of this is this was an endorsement by Nvidia to support a decision from the White House. I think that's the substance of it. The stock is reacting.
Probably also rejuvenates the labor market, which has been sluggish for what looks like more than 12 months.
Going to a different economy, and we're going to be learning more about that as we go. But clearly, we're learning that things can be done from remote locations. We're learning that technology can replace people even more than we thought.
We're not going back to the same economy. We're recovering, but to a different economy, and it'll be one that is more leveraged to technology. And I worry that that is going to make it even more difficult than it was for many workers.
In Silicon Valley, and my friends who work in technology know that what we did to the manufacturing workers, we are now going to do to the retail workers, the call center workers, the fast food workers, the truck drivers, and then even bookkeepers, accountants, insurance agents, lawyers, and on through the economy. So what happened to the manufacturing workers is a very clear sign.
And so we'll import Chinese-based CBDC technology. So it's going to be CBDC in a box provided to you by the People's Bank of China.
But every stock, every bond, every currency, every commodity, every piece of art, every private business, every piece of real estate will eventually be a token on a blockchain, an entry on a ledger, permanent and immutable. We will have truth instead of trust, and we will save over $7 trillion a year. 6 to 8% of global GDP is wasted by the friction of the trust industry that's necessary when you have dual entry accounting. With triple entry accounting, which is what a blockchain is, we get rid of all of that friction. It's a beautiful future.
Like what you see in China and their social credit scoring systems, right? If we get identity wrong, it could be a tool to enslave humanity. And if we get it right, it could be a tool to liberate humanity. And as an American, I'm obviously rooting for the one that's on the side of freedom.
Bitcoin is an international asset. And also, I do believe the role of crypto is it's digitizing gold.
I actually believe this technology is going to be very important. Look at it. We have been part of a huge revolution in investing through ETFs. We believe that ETFs will be changing the whole way we invest. Many people still use it as a means, people are investing it for indexing. No, the majority of people who are putting money in in ETFs are active investors that are buying exposure. The entire bond market is being transformed as we talk right now. I believe the next generation for markets, the next generation for securities will be tokenization of securities. And if we could have that distributed ledger that we know every beneficial owner, every beneficial seller, we all have our code of who's buying, who's selling, instantaneous settlement. And think about it, it changes the whole ecosystem.
Chinese bank ICBC has been hit by a ransomware attack, and the U.S. Treasury market, as a result of that, has been disrupted. This, according to the Financial Times. We're getting it more right now with Bloomberg's Shonali Bassick. Shonali, what do we know?
Listen, we have the Financial Times now reporting that ICBC, one of China's largest banks here, was hit with a ransomware attack. And remember, they're a very significant intermediary in the Treasury market. The SIFMA has told its members that this has been part of the reason here that the system is kind of clogged up, if you will, during that auction that we saw a little bit before. The attack had prevented ICBC, according to the Financial Times, from settling Treasury trades on behalf of other market participants. A large executive at a major bank also telling the paper that such a large party on the fixed income clearing corp creates major concerns, potentially impacting the liquidity of Treasury markets.
Now, it was not just a poor auction. It was absolutely lousy, and when the dealers have to step in to save a treasury auction, that's a rare occurrence. And
Cryptoteacher and the New World Order book, plus the 3 Kids books. It's time to re-educate. Also, new to cryptos, Coinbase, Bitrue, Binance. Do not forget book links and crypto links are in the description. The stock channel, guys. Don't forget to go like, subscribe, spread everywhere. You have your Kobo, your chip stocks, your banking, your gaming, while everybody's sitting at home, get on stocks, the Seaver, the biotech stocks, and while everybody's at home wishing they were still getting that free money. What are they doing? Drinking and smoking weed. Don't forget about those stocks, and you have a wonderful day. The most powerful person in the world is the storyteller. The storyteller sets the vision, values, and agenda of an entire generation to come. Steve Jobs. And guys, you know I truly believe in this. When you look at the New World Order, they're the storytellers. And that's the reason why I wrote my New World Order book. But guys, now it's time to change the current generation. And I wrote 3 kids books. You know, I love the Trinity because I understand the power that's in it. So I have 3 books. We have an opportunity to change the generation, to educate, not just me, but I want to show you that I take action on a daily basis. And I want you to take action on a daily basis. Whether it's your job, whether it's in your community, we have an opportunity right now to educate the masses. I posted this on my Twitter account. Please share, but this is a short clip of the 3 books. There's going to be a clothing line and action figures. Please get these books for your kids, nephews, cousins, friends, so therefore we can start the re-education now. Because as we see, the 4th Industrial Revolution foundation is definitely here. Robots, algorithms, drones, taking humanity out the picture. We have to re-educate. But let's get into the video.
Part 1. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save the village. Part 2. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save New York from COVID-33. Part 3. King Joshua and Grandma Tam goes to China.
It's mandatory to get part 1, part 2, and part 3 of this series. It's time to re-educate Generation Z.